responsibility. That responsibility is to have health care, universal health care, enacted by July of this year. And if we have not enacted universal health care by July of this year, then I'm going to submit legislation to the Congress to take your health care away from you. Because there is no excuse for politicians in Washington having health care coverage when America has no health care coverage. And what do we need to do? What do we need to do with our health care system? First, mandate by law that every single man and woman and child in America be covered. We have to fill the cracks in this system, which means no more pre-existing conditions. We're done with that. That's gone as a matter of law. Mental health parity. Mental health treated exactly the same way that physical health is treated. Preventive care, chronic care, long-term care, all covered. Dental care, vision care covered. No more job lock in America. No more Americans stuck in a job, not able to move because they're worried about losing their health care coverage. You can take your health care with you wherever you go. If you're laid off, if you move, every man and woman in America will have health care all the time. And no more collective bargaining sessions that are centered around health care. We're going to get health care off the table. We're going to be negotiating instead about good working conditions, decent wages, pension protection. And I've been saying this for many months now. My health care plan is not free. I don't claim it is. It costs $90 to $120 billion a year, but I got a way to pay for it. Get rid of George Bush's tax cuts for people who make over $200,000 a year. We also need to have decent working conditions for the men and women who work in healthcare in America. There are many examples of this, but since we're here today, let me talk specifically about the nursing profession. Nurses provide the vast majority of healthcare in America today, but we're having a nursing shortage. We actually have a nursing crisis in America. And one of the reasons is because our nurses work under such difficult conditions every single day. When I am President of the United States, mandatory overtime for nurses will be gone. That will be history. When I am President of the United States, we're going to enforce real ergonomic standards. When I am President of the United States, we're going to have safe patient-to-staff ratios so that nurses can actually do their job in the way that they want to do their job. These are the kind of changes we need in America. But if we actually want to have a middle class, if we want to grow and strengthen the middle class in this country, we must grow and strengthen the organized labor movement in the United States of America. It is absolutely crucial for making America what it's capable of being. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I will be the president who walks out on the White House lawn and says to America, the organized labor movement helped build the middle class in America. The organized labor movement going forward is crucial to the economic security of our country, to my country. If we want to make America what it's capable of being, we have to change the law in this country. We have to create real democracy in the workplace. Listen, if somebody can join the Republican Party by signing their name to a card, any worker in America ought to be able to join a union by doing exactly the same thing. And when it becomes necessary for the union to go out on strike, standing up for their workers, standing up for decent working conditions, for pension protection, for health care, when it becomes necessary to walk that picket line, when I'm President of the United States, nobody will walk through that picket line and take their jobs away from them. Not when I'm President. We're going to put an end to that. I also want to say a word about what's going on this week in the Congress. George Bush, once again, has showed his true colors, right? S-chip. The Congress passes an expansion of S-chip. The idea is to provide health care coverage for 4 million more children in the United States who desperately need health care coverage. George Bush